Yes, I am called for this dais. It's good to see you all this evening. And good to be together again, finally. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all. So my name is Fred Johnson. I missed a meeting a couple of years ago, so I'm the chairman of the County Chamber of Commerce. I'm also a wine guy, so I hope you enjoyed the wine, both ours and other wineries at your table. So thank you for joining us this evening to recognize some remarkable community leaders and organizations. But first, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are very pleased to have Dr. Stephen Molé, who is our host here at the University of SUNY Fredonia, and has been since last summer, so an interesting time to come here. But anyway, I would ask you all to welcome him as he comes and is our host, Dr. Molé.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen Collison Jr., and I have the privilege to serve as the 14th president of this great institution. I joined this institution just about a year ago, and came here just as we were dealing with COVID. It's been quite an interesting time, to say the least. But I'm very pleased to see everyone, and I want to welcome you on behalf of our 824 faculty and staff and almost 3,800 students of this university. I want to extend my congratulations to everyone who will be recognized here tonight, and I hope we have a great time together. And thank you so much for selecting us to host your award ceremony. Thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you, Dr. Molé. You know, he and I share some things. I went to read his bio this afternoon. It's very impressive. You should look it up online. But we share a keen interest in forestry economics. Mine recently come about because of our solar projects, which are during the forest. We were both raised pretty close to the equator. We are both juniors, I find out, and we both have exquisite taste in barbers. So anyway, now I would like to welcome our Reverend Ron Skoronsky, our table mate from the Northern Chautauqua Unitarian Universalist Congregation, to provide an invitation for the evening.
Perfectly pronounced. Good evening, friends. If you'll join me in prayer, let us once again take a moment of holy silence to remember all the souls we have lost to COVID-19. Eternal grace grant unto them, O Lord. May perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in peace. May their souls and all souls who have gone before us rest in your love and eternal presence. Amen. Let us also remember with great gratitude all those brave men and women who have fought and continue to fight on behalf of our beleaguered planet A disease we know we can and will overcome by determination, solidarity, science, and God's divine guidance. We gather this evening to celebrate individual and collective achievements, to recognize our determination, strength, creativity, and love of community. We know that with our hearts and minds in the right place, anything is possible. We have seen great things manifest when we pay close attention to all of the little things. Help us to look beyond the appearances and to always focus on your divine leading. Be within us to purify us, above us to draw us up, beneath us to sustain us, before us to lead us, behind us to restrain us, and around us to protect us. Bless this food before us as we remember those who are less fortunate than we. Let these blessings give us the necessary energy we need to continue to work for a community and a world that works for everybody. In love we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. Now, I would like to recognize my fellow board members in attendance tonight and any members of our community chambers who are here. Our community chambers being the foundation of our Chamber of Commerce. So if you would please stand up and be recognized, our board members, community chamber members. A heartfelt thank you for your hard work and dedication. Now we have several distinguished public servants with us tonight. We would like to recognize them. Would they please stand up and remain standing for a moment so that we can hold our applause to the end and recognize them. First of all, Liddell, our Assemblyman. Representing our Congressman Tom Reed. Representing our County Executive B.J. Wendell. Mayor Aimee Rogers. And Fredonia Mayor Doug Essex. If I've missed anybody, if there are other elected officials here representing the county legislature, our towns, our villages, our federal government, please stand so we can recognize your hard work and patience with a cranky constituency. So a few minutes ago, we heard from President Hollison of SUNY Fredonia. But I would also like to recognize and welcome the president of Jamestown Community College, Dr. Daniel Lamar. So it's my honor to welcome you. You know, when I saw on the agenda that Shayla gave me that we were going to say the Pledge of Allegiance, I had to look it up to make sure I knew the words again. And I found out that it was written in 1892 to celebrate Columbus Day, the 400th anniversary of Columbus Day. Next year we'll celebrate the 530th anniversary. Then it struck me in Columbus Day that was perhaps a little old-fashioned of us, perhaps a modern legal unwoke of us. But then it struck me that also there are a lot of Johnsons and Svensons and folks like that here. And, well, gee, the Vikings were 500 years ahead of Columbus. So whether we're celebrating the Vikings, Columbus, in that Pledge of Unity for the people who have been here for 25,000 years and now tell us. You know, I would just like to say that I am proud to call us one nation under God. Hope and pray that we will remain indivisible. Good to see you again. Welcome back. And now I would like to introduce our president and CEO of the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce, new president, Dan Rader. He is the
Perfect. Good evening, everyone. I'll try to make this work. My voice is already giving out from so many great conversations and hellos after such a long time today. So I really appreciate everyone who is joining us this evening and the folks who are joining us on Zoom as well as we test our hand again at a hybrid event so we can gather together. First, the event tonight would not be possible without our sponsors and donors, and we are grateful for the following sponsorships I'd like to recognize and read through. You hopefully have seen them on the slideshow as you arrive this evening, but after I read the list, let's please give a round of applause to Community Bank, County of Chautauqua, Industrial Development Agency, DFT Communications, Jamestown Community College, Media One Radio Group, National Grid, Observer, the Post Journal, and also thanking our beverage producers here in Chautauqua County for their generous donations. We're all enjoying this evening, including Johnson State Winery, Mazda Chautauqua Cellars, 5 and 20 Brewing, and Southern Tier Brewing Company. Let's give them a round of applause. Aside from what is provided on the table tonight, for those in the room, found, I'm sure, the bar area in the back if you need to refill or have a different beverage preference. We would like to remind everyone that per SUNY regulations, when you do get up from your table, please remember to put your mask on. And we have a generous amount of hand sanitizer on each table. I would also like to recognize off the top our staff from the Chamber of Commerce for their efforts in putting this event together. It is no small task, but I have learned a lot in my first annual banquet preparations. So I would ask our chamber staff to please stand. We have Guy DeTanto. And Dave Ferrick. Also from our sister organization, Manufacturers Association of Southern Tier Top. In addition, tonight there is one staff member in particular that we would like to recognize. And after 17 and a half years with the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce, Guy DeTanto is retiring at the end of the month. Guy has been a quiet leader in our midst and first came to work for the Chamber under the leadership of Pam Lydick and then worked under the guidance of Todd for 12 years. I've had the pleasure of working with Guy for just a few months, but have learned a lot in that time. Guy has always demonstrated great attention to detail and always worked with the best interests of our local business community in mind. We will miss Guy tremendously, but wish you well as you begin the next phase of your life, enjoying time with your family. We are not going to sing tonight, but today also happens to be Guy's birthday. So happy birthday to Guy, and thank you again for your many years at the Chamber of Commerce. I would like to present you with a certificate from the team, and of course, a Shop Local stage kit. We're also grateful tonight for the generous donations of the raffle prizes that were available upon registration online. Thank you to those also who purchased chances on those. Those sponsors were Kirk's Jewelers, Chautauqua Harbor Hotel, and Peak Resort and Spa. The winners of those prizes were determined in a random draw earlier this afternoon, and I will announce those now. The winner of the 10-carat white gold diamond earrings from Kirk's Jewelers, valued at $200, is Melissa Biegner, joining us via Zoom. Congratulations. The Chautauqua Harbor Hotel overnight stay with a voucher for the Lake House Tap and Grill, valued at $225, is Aimee Rogers, also joining us via Zoom. And the trial winner of the Stay and Play Golf Package at Peak Resort and Spa, valued at $475, is here in the room. If you would please come forward and Ekman. So I recently read about our Chamber of Commerce and the strength afforded to our membership by working within a collective model that a membership organization offers. If you read the Chamber tabloid issued with our local papers in preparation for this event, in mid-September, my article was titled "E Pluribus Unum," out of many, one, our national motto. This model includes the Chamber at a membership level, but also organizationally, given the history of a number of smaller chambers across Chautauqua County coming together into one, represented tonight by our many volunteers and the 6 community chamber awards. However, speaking to our model is only half the equation. To better understand our purpose and the value of joining the chamber, you must consider our mission. On paper, our mission is to create a business environment in the region where our members can thrive. The statement is very simple and concise. As the new president and CEO, it has been great to learn about what our chamber is for, and I look forward to further exploring and defining this question as an organization in the coming months. In preparation for tonight's remarks, I asked our team, what is the chamber for? So I want to share some of their answers to help us all better understand what our chamber and our team are for. The first response I received is best summed up, that the chamber is for business. Thus, we should be the place where a business will immediately go for assistance with various business-related issues and serve as a voice to open channels of communication between businesses and among our community. Another response echoed that the chamber is the go-to organization for businesses and serves as a spark point to help ignite our business community. A common theme in our responses is that the chamber is for the community. One team member described this context of the business community, connecting businesses with each other and helping promote a business and their products to our account. Another spoke to the chamber being for our communities in general. The sense of our neighborhoods, our cities, villages, and towns. And the chamber takes an interest in all aspects of our community to help engage our business owners by providing opportunities for local events and initiatives that benefit both the business community and the town. The last response I received then circled back to the nature of the collective model of the chamber, which is the concept that we are all stronger and do better when we work together. Simply put, the Chamber of Commerce is for our members, and by virtue of being for our members, we are for our communities. I think tonight's awardees are the perfect example of great people and organizations doing great work for our community. I appreciate everyone again who has joined us tonight, both here at the Molé Center and on Zoom. And without further ado, let's start to recognize our awardees. This award ceremony recognizes the outstanding individuals and organizations in our community for their contributions and their achievements. Our greatest asset in Chautauqua County is our people. It's the people who create the change, start businesses, volunteer, and serve in a variety of ways to make our community a better place to live, work, and play. This evening, it's our privilege to recognize some of these extraordinary individuals and organizations and make a positive difference every day. The people and organizations we are honored this evening are committed and are passionate about building our economy and our communities here in Chautauqua County. Each award recipient tonight will receive a plaque from the Chamber of Commerce and also certificates of recognition that provided by Congressman Tom Reed, Senator George Morello, Assemblyman Aimee Liddell, County Executive P.J. Wendell, and Mayor Aimee Rogers. We ask each award recipient as you come forward to receive the plaque to please wear your mask. We'll remove them for a quick photo and move on to the next recipient. So our first award recipient tonight is the Dunkirk Chamber of Commerce Community Service Award for
Extend my sincere appreciation to Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce and the Dunkirk Chamber for this award. No one who achieves success does so without acknowledging the help of others. Our employees and customers are the heart and soul of our business. We're committed to them and our community. At Kirk's Jewelers, community is very important to us. We have been part of Chautauqua County for more than 40 years. We are proud to serve the many Chautauqua County organizations who have supported our community on a daily basis. We work with such wonderful organizations as Toys for Tots, Boys and Girls Club, the Dunkirk Joint Veterans, Humane Society, and many others. We will continue our effort to support these organizations that makes a difference in the lives of others. Serving our region has been a gift and is an honor to receive this award. And again, thank you for our community supporting us. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for the recognition. I don't think any of this would be possible without all of our incredible volunteers, our co-chairs of our event committees, our sponsors, and the board of Festivals Fredonia. For the board members, Larry Fiorella is our president, Mark here is our vice president, I am the secretary, Andy Shep, and my husband Christopher Shep is the treasurer. For our event co-chairs, Festival Italia is chaired by Linda Leakey. History Days is co-chaired by Todd Langworthy and History Days is co-chaired by Todd Langworthy and Joanne Mansfield. Barn Festival is chaired by Mark here. Red, White, and Blues is chaired by Larry Fiorella. Harvest Moon Cemetery Tours is co-chaired by myself and my husband Christopher Shep. And our Miracle on Main Holiday Festival is co-chaired by Michelle Joy and village trustee Roger Briggs. For our volunteers, we especially need to thank Melissa Sorsey-Taft, Anita Ray, who organizes all of our vendors, and Warren Boyle for all of their outstanding work, and a special shout out to Andy for everything that he does to keep our festivals running and keep our 50-50 really healthy. And then additionally, all of our sponsors, there are way too many to thank, but without their input and support, we would not be able to bring any of these amazing festivals to the Fredonia community. So thank you.
Our next award recipient from the Hanover Chamber of Commerce is Aimee Rogers.
For the Hanover Chamber of Commerce for noticing our booth and nominating me to the Community Service Award. When Rick Kuzowitz called to tell me I was nominated, I was so shocked, I cried. Cried tears of joy and shock and fear. And it is quite an honor to be recognized, and I humbly accept and pray for continued success in Forestville. Thank you to the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce for this lovely event and recognition, but also for looking out, not only for our larger businesses, but also the small businesses. You help them prosper, not just for a short while, but for years to come. I was first introduced to the wonderful world of the Hanover Chamber of Commerce about a year ago by Rick. He invited me to come to one of their meetings in order for me to introduce our group and our mission. But it's also a great opportunity to meet some of the wonderful business owners in our community. A little bit about the Imagine Forestville, which is what I refer to many God incidences, which led us to where we are today. No one can possibly plan all the wonderful things that have happened in Forestville. Things such as working for a National Historic District, working on a hiking trail, updating Forestville and Hanover zoning laws, a farmer's market, and an annual garden recognition sponsored by NCCF, to name just a few. Because this adventure was not traveled alone, I've been blessed to take this journey with many remarkable, talented, knowledgeable, and dedicated people through Imagine Forestville, through the Town of Hanover Board and Planning Board, through the County Planning Board, Preservation Buffalo Niagara, Buffalo Suzanne, and the Buffalo Chautauqua Connection, and NCCF. As we embarked on this adventure together, it was obvious that without their continued dedication, the progress of Forestville would be a different story. I'm proud to be a part of such an amazing team. Our hope is that with the help of the community, the town, the county, and the chamber, our little community of Forestville will be a bustling hamlet, striving to better our lives and the lives of future generations. Thank you again, and may God bless.
Good evening. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm certainly both humbled and honored by this award. I'm sure there are many more deserving people out there than myself, but nevertheless, here I am. Guy Tano tells me that I have to condense 45 years of volunteerism into a 2-minute speech. That's a daunting task, so I had to give this some serious thought. For me, it comes down to 4 things: family, friends, colleagues, and community. First, to my family, my mom and dad have instilled the work ethic in me, and also through their faith in the church, showed me how important it is to give back. My family, my wife Melissa, my 3 daughters here in Morgan City, for giving me the opportunity to be away from the home all the time that I spent countless meetings and projects, board meetings and events. When it comes to my friends, you all have them, you know who they are. They're the ones that will give you the ride when your car needs servicing, or bring you a meal when you're sick, or help you pack and lift when you need that. Those people are really important. They all know who they are. Comes to colleagues, I've had the opportunity, at least recently, to work under some inspired leadership. George Canabianco and Mark Eckendorf at the YMCA, Randy Anderson at the Chicago Sports Hall of Fame, and Jeremy Gunderson, our Person of the Year, Molé, and also Tom Benson at the National Commerce Center. It's been a blast to work with such inspirational leaders. Lastly, community. None of this happens without a supportive community. The Southern Chautauqua County, Jamestown area, all of Chautauqua County is a very proud community. They take care of their sons and daughters. They want them to succeed. They'll donate money when they don't have any money. They'll give you time and effort when they don't have any time and effort. I certainly would have been successful in anything that I attempted without the support of the community. Lastly, for me personally, this has been more about having a lot of fun then I consider it to be volunteerism. This has been a blast for me. I've marched down Colorado Boulevard. I've had tea in Lucille Ball's house. I've marched through Disneyland and Disney World. I've marched down Broadway in New York City 3 times. Those are incredible experiences that I just will never forget. So consequently, for me, this has been a blast. It's been fun. I've watched the Sports Hall of Fame expand. I've certainly been on the scene as we built the incredible National Comedy Center. And now I'm going to be a part of a brand new YMCA in Jamestown, New York. How much fun is all of that? So at the end of the day, I really appreciate the award. I'm humbled again and honored. Thank you for the opportunity.
Next award is from the Chautauqua Community Chamber of Commerce, and that Community Chamber Service Award goes to Chautauqua Lake.
Chautauqua Lake Census District is honored to be the recipient of the 2021 Mayville Chautauqua Community Chamber Service Award. We are so proud and grateful to have been able to provide in-person instruction every day last school year. Our staff, parents, and community have been remarkable and so supportive. It has been impressive to see the collective willingness to do whatever it takes to keep our students safe and our doors open. Because of the unique circumstances related to the pandemic, such as quarantine, throughout last year and continuing into this year, we have bus drivers and secretaries stepping in to be substitute teachers, utility workers and cleaners subbing in to be bus drivers, teachers disinfecting and cleaning classrooms, and administrators doing whatever the day calls for, including serving lunches, cleaning, and teaching. It has been a bit of a battle at times, trying to figure out creative and safe solutions to the ever-changing requirements and protocols. But we have and will continue to rely on a committee made up of members of our leadership team and individuals from all factions of the school community. This committee has met whenever needed to develop proactive plans, analyzing every angle in order to meet state and federal guidelines, with a focus on keeping kids in school. It is noteworthy that we presently have 100% of our students in person, with no students applying for a remote learning setting. And more importantly, when we walk the halls, our students appear happy and have a positive attitude about being in school. This past summer, when we finally had a moment to reflect back on last school year, we were filled with a deep sense of pride and an understanding that we were fortunate and blessed to be at school. It continues to be a true team effort and a lot of hard work, but for all the right reasons. Lastly, it's common to hear administrators say, we make decisions in the best interest of our students. And what Chautauqua Lake realized last year was that fighting to keep our students safe and in school was the best student-focused decision we could have made. Thank you again for this award.
Last community service award tonight is for the Westfield Barcelona Community Chamber of Commerce, and their award goes to Patterson Library hands.
We would like to thank the Chamber, the Westfield Barcelona Chamber of Commerce, for awarding this prestigious community service award. We are the Patterson Hands from the Patterson Library. The whole thing started in around 1996 with 2 gentlemen. One of them, J.B. Dunn, and the other one, David Carell, began by taking on projects that needed to be done at the library. Shortly after they started, a number of other people joined. And our group has grown to this size. We are so excited because you will notice there are some of us that might be a little older. So it's very nice to have the younger gentlemen who are willing to climb ladders and do all those things that need to be done. Some of the things that this group has done is we are given projects by the library director. This needs to be fixed, guys, or could you think about how we could do this? And they come up with it. They come up with these creative ways to make things happen, and then they do. One of the great projects that we did was our Octagon Gallery was very loud. We sat down, figured out what we needed to get, ordered it, and then installed these great little wavy things up in the ceiling. It's a great improvement. And another thing that we do is a lot of landscaping. We take care of the grounds around the library, which is ongoing. Any of you that do yard work know that weeds don't give up for any reason. So we're constantly doing those things. We do it because we enjoy it. We don't do it because of any recognition, but it was nice to get that. By doing all the things we do, we have saved the library thousands of dollars because these gentlemen know how to fix things. So we don't have to call a repairman to come do something that we can take care of. The list goes on and on. It would take me a long time to write down what they all can accomplish. So thank you again for the award. It was a nice surprise.
That's all right. Back up. We're good. Thank you.
The Chamber of Commerce Economic Development Award is presented to an organization that has contributed significantly to the economic development, quality of life, and stability to our region. This year's awardee is a unique organization, one that is known more for its care of the community and families in need than it is for economic growth. This year, it has certainly done both. In the midst of the pandemic, Chautauqua Hospice and Palliative Care not only continue to care for patients and their families, but also launched a highly successful drive to build and staff the county's only hospice house. We are proud to present tonight's Economic Development Award to Chautauqua Hospice and Palliative.
I'd like to thank the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce for selecting Chautauqua Hospice and Palliative Care to receive the 2021 Economic Development Award. We're both honored and surprised. There are many people that we need to thank for their support of our mission and our successes. Our board of directors who on an ongoing basis support us every day, and especially over the last 18 months as we struggle to find ways to creatively provide care and do our first capital campaign and build the first ever hospice house for our community. We need to thank our staff and our volunteers who are out there every day providing for our patients and their families, despite ever-changing regulations and demands on them. It's always a privilege to work with such dedicated people. Our campaign committee also needs to be thanked. With the terrific leadership of Bert and Mary Ramble, they not only met our goals, they exceeded it. and then help cover the cost increases incurred by COVID-related supply disruptions. And last but certainly not least is the community who supports us every day in many ways. They believed in our dream for the last 30 years to create a hospice house for this community, and they have helped it come to fruition. The hospice house will support 200 or more patients and their families every year. It will provide at least 6 full-time jobs and numerous per-diem and part-time jobs. It provides an entirely new resource for the most vulnerable in our community. And hopefully, it will open this fall. The last 18 months have been very challenging for all of us, but there are good things that have come out of it as well. Simple things like we discovered we can do telepalliative and telehealth, and people actually love it. But more complicated things as well, like we can continue to provide high quality care despite the hardships and challenges that were related to the global pandemic. We found that we can social distance and engineer a safe environment for our office employees so they could continue to be healthy and employed. We found that we could conduct our first ever campaign, capital campaign, successfully and exceed our goal. And we also discovered that we can build a hospice house despite the supply chain disruptions. We experienced lots of setbacks due to our inability to obtain roofing, siding, furniture, dirt paint, plumbing supplies, and so forth. So again, I'd like to thank the Chamber and our board, our employees, our volunteers, our campaign committee, and the community. Stay well.
Chamber of Commerce Person of the Year Award is presented to an individual who is recognized by the entire region for his or her outstanding achievements and contributions, either within the past year or throughout their entire life. This year, we are proud to be presenting 2 awards for Persons of the Year. For the first recipient, Michael Bird, publisher of the Post Journal Observer and Times Observer, was unable to join us tonight, but forwarded a message that I thought would be fitting to use as our introduction. Michael says, "Good evening, everyone. I'm sure you all look great. Congratulations to both selections for Person of the Year. John and Rochelle are very deserving. My family and I were unfortunately unable to attend, but I wanted to say the following about John D'Agostino. Although I know he was Jack, and that's what I'll stick to. Jack and I have worked together for about 26 years, and in that time, I have seen Jack in many positions within our company. Many years as the publisher of The Observer and now regional editor of our 3 daily newspapers. The Chamber could not have chosen a better selection than Jack. He has not only been a very effective and progressive publisher and editor, but also a class act as a person and human. His contributions to the communities that the Chamber serves and to the Chamber are unparalleled. Whether he was acting as a moderator and questioner for the Chamber's legislative events or organizing local events like a fishing show, he put his heart and soul into his actions. I know Jack does not do any of those things for recognition, so I was pleased to hear the Chamber chose him for Person of the Year. We are very proud of Jack here at the newspapers, and I am proud and honored to work with him and know him for all these years. Congratulations, Jack, to you and your loving and supportive family. So on behalf of the Board of Directors and members of the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce, it's our pleasure to present Person of the Year to John next.
Well, let me begin by saying that I'd rather not be on the side of the camera. I'm more used to asking the questions, and I'm much more comfortable doing moderation, especially with the state legislative records, which I've done for years. But this is really special to me. It's a great honor, and I'm very humbled by the Chamber Board's decision on naming me co-person of the year. My congratulations to all award recipients, especially Rochelle, Molé, Chautauqua Hospice, took care. My venture in Chautauqua County started back in my days at the State University of New York College in Fredonia. I came here as a freshman. I fell in love with the community. And fortunately, after I graduated, I was able to come back. I began working for the Post-Journal, and I've been with the newspapers for 30 years. And one thing I really learned while being in the newspapers is when you're covering the community, there's a great responsibility to not only know the facts, but to be involved. So I became involved in Jamestown area Meals on Wheels. And once I went to Dunkirk, I really took part in a number of organizations and still do. I mean, I'm president of the Boys and Girls Club of Chautauqua County. And part of being volunteering is finding out just what is going on in the community and finding out what the need is in the community. And I'm very grateful to have held so many positions and been involved with so many worthwhile organizations that give so much back to this county. Being in the Chamber of Commerce on its board, you learned about the North-South divide, which is pretty unfortunate for a county of 127,000 people. I think the one thing that we find with the County Chamber of Commerce is that on nights like tonight, when we come together, we're stronger as one. And I salute the Chamber for its continued efforts to bring this county together. I also wish to thank everyone I've worked with, those at the newspapers, those with the organizations, and certainly my family for all the support that I've received through the years. Again, I'm humbled by this honor. I think it's great that the Chamber does this annual dinner every year to recognize the many superstars in our community, because when I look out in the audience, that's what I see. People give back to this community on a daily basis. So thank you.
So I just want to say that many of you out here are my friends, and many of you I admire and look up to. So thanks for showing me the way. I want to recognize the staff of the newspaper. Thank you for being here. I want to recognize my family. My mom and dad came from the Great Finger Lakes in Penny Ann. So son and daughter are here as well. Thank you for all your support. I've dragged them into many events that I've been involved in. And my wife is here, obviously my best friend and my life partner. So she is
This year, we are presenting 2 Persons of the Year awards. While this is sometimes rare, both nominees stood out to our board of directors as people who have truly made a difference. Our next nominee has truly been a hero working behind the scenes to bring one of the most extraordinary attractions to Chautauqua County, and then keeping it afloat during this very difficult time. Rochelle Molé is the Vice President of Finance and Operations at the National Conference. Rochelle oversees daily operations of both the National Comedy Center and the Lucille Ball Desi Arts Museum. She is not only just a supervisor, she is also a recruiter, coach, and mentor to all of their guest service team members, even while she is managing HR and so much more. In nominating Rochelle, her coworker Gary Hahn noted, Rochelle really owns her work and cares for the organization as if it were her own. He noted that when the popular museums had shut down in March of 2020, she quickly pivoted to both forego her own salary and also proactively navigate myriad complex issues, including furloughs, loans, and grants, and overseeing the implementation of the Comedy Center's important laugh safe protocols. This year, she played a lead role in developing the Riverside Saturday events, free outdoor movie nights at Comedy Center Park, designed for families and the entire community. Rochelle's contributions have been enormous, and Chautauqua County would not have these outstanding, nationally recognized attractions without the diligence and tender care. On behalf of the Board of Directors and memberships of the Chamber of Commerce, it's my pleasure to present the Person of the Year to Rochelle.
Thank you to the Chamber for this wonderful recognition. I am honored to share this with the other Person of the Year, John D'Agostino. Congratulations to John. I am blessed to have had opportunities that allowed me to even be considered for this award. I have been fortunate to have taken a path, not only in my career, but personally, that has strengthened my commitment to this community and inspired me to help build a stronger Chautauqua County. My career began in 1988 at Clark Laboratories, currently known as Trinity Biotech. At that time, I did not realize that this would be the start of an exciting and rewarding professional journey. This project afforded me the opportunity to develop my managerial and financial skills under the guidance of two very talented executives. I thank Tom Benson and Bill Daly for their leadership and mentoring, which provided me the foundation of my career. It was a difficult decision to leave this organization after 10 years, but I knew I was ready to be a full-time stay-at-home mom. I did not realize that being a stay-at-home mom would be one of the most difficult, but also one of the most rewarding jobs I would ever have. The skills I learned in the work environment did not so easily translate to young children. Productivity was driven by two little girls with strong personalities, much like their mother. I soon realized the value in what they were teaching me as much as what I was teaching them. This time at home gave me the opportunity to focus on volunteering in our community. I was involved with PTA, classroom, sports, catechism, and the YMCA. And I am proud to still be an active board member of the Y. In October of 2013, I was ready to restart my professional career. The stars aligned when Tom Benson needed an eye exam, and I happened to see the best optometrist in town, my husband Henry. We all know what happened next. After a meeting with Journey Benson, who is dynamic, strong, and inspiring leader, I knew this was where I needed to be. And how does anyone say no to Journey? She is someone that I admire tremendously and have learned so much from. The enthusiasm of the team and the board of directors solidified my decision to go back to work. I am honored to have helped bring the vision of the National Comedy Center to life and blessed to be a part of the team that makes it a reality each day. It is a true testament of what can happen when an entire community works together. My girls often use expressions that I like to give them mom inspirations, little pieces of advice and encouragement so that they will always go after their dreams. I would be remiss if I did not share a similar message with everyone today. If you are lucky enough to find yourself in a leadership role, it is your responsibility to encourage, support, and mentor those around you. It is a gift that was given to you for you to pass on to others. Leadership is so much more than me. It is about inspiring those around you. And vice versa. If you find yourself lucky enough to have the opportunity to learn and grow from others, do not take that opportunity for granted. Be humble and soak it all in. These are gifts that are priceless and often some of the best growth opportunities for you personally and professionally. Thank you to the Chamber. I accept this on behalf of all of the teams that I have been a part of, all of the role models who inspire me each day. I will continue to push the needle forward to create a stronger community that we can all be proud of. And finally, the best for last, thank you to my family. They are my biggest supporters, my inspiration, and the wonderful people who shaped who I am today.
I want to thank everybody in this room for this honor because it's truly something I find really odd that you can pick one person to be Person of the Year. It really takes a community. And most of all, I want to thank my team. That's why I do what I do. And I just, like I said, I don't know if I believe in there, but I know how to surround myself with really valuable team players, and they inspire me, and surround myself with leaders that inspire me as well. So hopefully everyone gets this opportunity. Thank you.
Before we conclude tonight's program, I would also like to take a quick moment to thank our host here at SUNY Fredonia, our tech assistant Fritz, and the SUNY FSA who have prepared the food and brought that to all the students. Let's give it a round. So thank you again to everyone for joining us here tonight, both in the room and those watching online. I have to say it's been great to see a lot of smiling faces, give awkward waves, fist bumps, handshakes, elbows, and we appreciate you coming out to join us. We appreciate your outstanding efforts every day to make Chautauqua County a better place to live, work, and play. And we of course remind everyone of the upcoming holiday season and all the time. Our local business community strong and shopping. So this concludes our program. For those in the room, dessert has been going around. You're welcome to stay